Perfect. So basically, let's start. So first of all, thank you, Carla, to invite me to the talk and to present you this presentation about AI techniques to streamline your design job. And I hope it will help you if you are searching for a job to make the process much more smoother. So let's start. Okay. So if you don't know me, my name is Edward Chechique. I live in Malaga in Spain, in the south of Spain, where there's a lot of sun. I have more than 10 years of experience in designing products. Most of the time I focus on complex products, complex application. In the last 4 years, I write a blog about product design where I share my, in Medium, the blog is in Medium, and I share my knowledge there. And basically I started to use artificial intelligence 4 years ago for the blog because I needed a tool that will help me to write without misspelling and grammar errors. I'm not native English speaker, so it's helped me a lot. I mean, so I started to use it before the boom of ChatGPT. I can see how it's improved and how the things go on. And I like very much to drink coffee. I drink a lot and test from all over the world. Now in Spain, there's a lot of roasters, so it's great this time now here about coffee. So what we have today in our agenda, for 5 sections, I will show some AI tools that you can use, search methods to make research for job searching, not to search a job position, but how you can make research about the important information that you search for in the process. I will show how to optimize the profile, work on portfolio, and at the end some stuff about a user interview. So the first thing that I wanted to say in this presentation, the AI is your job hunt copilot and not the autopilot. That means that every task that you ask the AI to do, it will do, but you need to understand what you are doing. For example, if you ask to write your CV, you must know how to write CV before you ask, because you need to critique the work that the chat does. And it's helped you to work faster and be more accurate, but it's not a button that you push and everything comes perfect. It's not working that way. It's like it's working in a way that you ask ChatGPT to give you some insights and you improve based on the insights. But you at the end, the person that take the decision. So no, never copy and paste, or also work with the chat. So basically, when we search for a job, there's a lot of tasks that we need to do. We need to find job offers, study the industry that we work on. For example, if we want to work, I don't know, in cybersecurity or gambling, we need to know a little bit about the industry, check salary range in companies, learn about the company. A part of that, we need to create our CV, cover letter, portfolio, a lot of tasks that we need to create in the process. And one more thing is to prepare for interview and whiteboard sessions. So in all of that stuff, chat or another large language model can help us. And I will show some ideas how you can use it. It will be very practical. Be aware that you don't need to take any notes. I mean, you can, but basically at the end, there is the final slide. It will be with a QR code that you can download the slides and also the prompts. So no worries about that. At the end, after our show, job hunting is like a full-time gig, and it's take for us a lot of time. And let's see how the models can help us. I hope I not talk very fast, but if yes, just let me know. Okay. Good. So basically, when we talk about models of large language model like ChatGPT, Claude, Mistral, Gemini, and Perplexity, we talk about machines or software that can help us to perform the task. Basically, when we talk about that, Perplexity, it's a tool more for research, and Claude, GPT, Mistral, and Gemini, and to perform tasks. Just that, if you don't know Perplexity, it's like a Google, but that work much better because it's search information in the internet and then summarize all the things that you need from it. I will show now how I can work with that, but basically this is the 5 tools that you can use. The best to perform task, it's Claude, ChatGPT, and Mistral. Also Gemini good, but if you ask me, try to use Claude. It's free. It's exactly like ChatGPT, and it's free after 12 messages a day or something like that. And if you want something more super 100% free, you can work with Mistral. Okay, now again, you don't need to do nothing. You can download at the end the presentation, and by click on that, it will take you to the website. Okay, so it's quite straightforward. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so as I said, research, it's Perplexity. I show it now how to work when we search for a job, but you can work for it in anything. I mean, to search everything. When we in the process of searching for a job, we need some information. For example, we wanted to work in a company and we want to understand what the company does, who is the CEO, so we can prepare to the interview. Now you can read in the company website, but basically it's not comfortable, it's a lot of information. So what you can ask, run this simple prompt in Perplexity that you are a product designer that interview in some company, and you need overview about the company. You can ask salary range. You start a process of hiring and you want to understand how much money the company pays for designers. I mean, you have your own, but sometimes the company pay more than you want, so you need to know it. It will be easier. Interview questions that the manager can ask you and more stuff. So let's see actually how it works. I will take the first prompt and write it on Perplexity. So here, this is Perplexity. I say that I search for a job in Figma, and I ask to give me some information about the company. And as you can see, directly it gives me information that when it's founded, where is the company based, who is the CEO that it's Dylan, and more information about the company, what is the key features, real-time collaboration, cross-platform availability, recent development. And at the end, you get some summary of all the information that the company, you get a summary of all the information about the company. Now, if you want to go deeper and understand more, here below you have some questions, related questions that you can click and you get information. So now I will ask, for example, next questions. I will click here on what are the core values of the Figma culture. And then you will see that it's continue to give me information. And in one click, I can get information that with Google, it can take me much more time. So this is the Perplexity. Now I can see, by the way, I see that you send in the chat questions. At the end, we have a Q&A, so grab them. So more stuff. Carla, if there is something important, just enter to the call because I see only my presentation. Good. So apart of that, what is important in Perplexity, that if I ask a question that what is the salary range for product design in Figma, it gives me some numbers, but we never can, let's say, be sure the information that came from AI is correct, because there are a lot of hallucinations and stuff that happens with this technology. So what's good in Perplexity, that basically it gives you links where it's taking information from. So if you want to go deep, you just click here or here, and it will take you to the source of where Perplexity find information. So in that way you can come with a lot of confidence about, in that case, how much money you want. You want to ask. So it gives you confidence that what you ask, it's based on information that in the internet. Good. If we talk about LinkedIn, that it's very important today to, let's say, to put it organized, all our information will be there correct and update. There is one tool that's called Taplio. Taplio is a tool that will help people write LinkedIn post, but that they have one good feature that are free that you can enter, and you enter your LinkedIn profile, and this gives you some insight how you can improve it. Now, this is the tool. It's called LinkedIn profile feedback. I paste here my LinkedIn URL, and then it's give me some feedback. For example, craft a compelling headline and explain to me how I can improve. A part of that, it gives you a solution. You can see now. Here is how they think I should write my headline. Okay, we talk about the summary. Again, it's read my summary and give me some information how I can improve it. Okay, and then there's more tips on how to improve my education background, tips for standout profile, blah 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 blah. So basically, it's super easy to use. And you this tool, paste your URL, and it gives you some insights. My profile is more or less update, so you will not see a lot of suggestions here. But if you will enter yours, you will see how much it can help you improve your profile page. Good. I go fast. We have 40 minutes, but it will be very practical. Now,
like just in the chat, like people are just like telling that they didn't notice too that they are very excited about trying. And
oh, that's good. That's good. And I again don't. It will be on the presentation. Just after that done the presentation, I will have the link direct to this tool. Now, one of the things that happens when we search for a job is that we need to read a lot of job description. The problem that I have with many companies that they add a lot of information that's not relevant. I mean, I want to understand what the company does, what the designer will do, if it's remote or not. And because I read a lot of job description, I need it to the point. So I developed this prompt. I go it very fast. I explain that I'm a product designer. I explain that the companies have a lot of job description, but the problem that they had a lot of fluffy information that not interested me. And I got the machine what to do. Said, I want to understand what the company does, what the designer will do the job. If they indicate the salary, show it to me. If the position remote or hybrid, show it to me. Then I paste the job offer here, and it summarized to me in the format that I like. Now, you will see it now. This is one job offer that I take, I copy it, paste it between these two titles, and execute. And now you will see that it starts to give me the information in bullet points that in the way that it's easier for me. For example, company mission, make makes task mass automatic way. For example, for me, it's important because there are some, for my case now that I'm searching for a job, there's companies in domain that I will not work. I mean, if I'm gambling and that stuff, it's not important for me. So when I see something about gambling and that stuff, directly I rejected the job. I'm not interested to work in that industry, okay? So for me, it's easy way to understand what the company does in one click. Then another thing that's important to me, it's if the work it's remote. So here I can see that it's remote, perfect. Okay. Now the good thing is that although it's a lot of information, you can summarize it. For example, to add to the prompt. Let's go here. You can add here to the guide if the job it's on site or it's not possible to work in remote. Direct give me a output like rejected. So you don't need to read everything. If in the offer they say the work it's on site, directly the prompt will say to you, I mean, the output will be rejected. So you don't need to read anything. It's not copy and paste. Another thing here, let me see. And another thing that I wanted to say, although there's a lot of text to read here, but because it's formatted in the way it's in bullet points, it's much easier to read because it's much more clearer. So in that way, you can read a lot of job description, reject something not important, move on with something that's important in much more easy way. And the thing is that the format is always the same. So you know where to find information, much more easier to work in that way. I worked with it. It helped me a lot. You can try it. I mean, it's a little bit copy and paste, but it's much more easy. Good. Next one. Okay. I will talk about portfolio a little bit. First of all, a portfolio, we like to write it. We want to explain what we did in the project, but nobody has time to read it. So I created a ChatGPTs that at one moment I explain what it is in ChatGPT. That what it does, you enter here your text and it's make it shorter. Now, to explain if you're not familiar what is ChatGPT. Inside ChatGPT, there's one feature that called GPTs. GPTs is like you can create a software, like a software, it's not a software, that let's say I add a prompt in the background that make a specific task. So instead of enter the prompt again and again and again, I just figure it in one, I build it for one task and it's perform the task always. So I don't need to write again the prompt. So I created a shorter portfolio GPTs that every time that you have a long text, you can paste it here and it's reduce the information to be much more, let's say, with less words. We'll see how it's work now. Good. So first of all, to enter, you go to Explore ChatGPT, search for a shorter portfolio, and then start it. Now, before, just let you know that it's for paying users, but OpenAI will open it to all the users shortly. They announced it, I think, last week or something like that. So all of you will be able to use it. If you didn't get the feature, at the end of this presentation, I have a Figma file that I shared there the prompts that I built this one. So you will be able to do it a little bit more manually, but get the same result. So now what I will do, I write here some text for my portfolio, and it's important not to paste all the use case, parts of the use case, one section, because if not, it will reduce the text, but it will not be very focused. So you reduce section by section. For example, research section, reduce only the research section, not the all use case. So I run it, and it's give me two options. Okay, option 1 and option 2. I build it in that way that it will give two options. And if you want to see the result, let me see. You can see it here. Before we have 78 words, and after 31 words. Now, it's important to say that sometimes it's take out information that is important to you. So it's important to read the result, and if you want to add something, you can add it. But basically, it's do a good work. You can use it, and you will see how much it's reduced for you. I mean, you can see it's more than 50%. But always important to critique the work of the GPTs, and you are then select what enter to your portfolio. Okay, so it's not copy and paste. It's reduced, but you take it and improve it. Go more. Here it's a product that called Portfolio Title Prompt Builder. I built it with a product that called Claude. Okay, it's like ChatGPT, that it's Claude. Basically, it helps you to write titles for your use case. It's super easy to use. I mean, what you can do here, you write your actual title, you paste your use case here, and you click on prompt it, and you will get two prompts, one here and one here. Then you copy this one, execute it, and then copy this one and execute it. Let's see how it works. And then you will get 5 titles for your portfolio. Good. So here I have a title. Here I paste the use case. I click on prompt it, and I get 2 prompts. Now it's important to execute them one after the other. I've not entered why it's important, but it's something technical about ChatGPT or Claude. You need to do it in 2 steps because you will get better results. So I copy this one, go to Claude. Okay, that is like ChatGPT. I execute it. Okay, then I copy the second one. You can read the prompt after that, but it's very long. I will not cover it now. Copy, I paste it here, and then I will get 5 titles for my use case. Now we don't have time now. I want to do it for if somebody want to share their portfolio, but we have only 40 minutes. But you can use it, and it will give you very good titles for your portfolio. All the information that I built it with a lot of information from the internet, but so it will give you a good result. Again, it's not copy and paste. You need to review the result and improve them. Good. Now, the last thing one important thing is that we have in job search is the interview. Now, it's very difficult to prepare to interview. You need another person that interview you. You can do it in front of the mirror or something like that. But what you can do is with ChatGPT is to train it to be like an interviewer, and the chat asks you questions. Now, you can answer the questions by typing, but also if you have ChatGPT, the desktop application of macOS, you will be able to talk with the chat. Okay, so 2 ways to do it. I will show it now so you understand what I want to say. Now, this process works with 3 prompts. Okay, first of all, you take this prompt, or you paste here the name of the person that will interview you. You paste here the company name and information about the company. Okay, it will look something like that. So for example, Anna from Homestyle, and this information about the company. You can copy and paste the information that we saw in this presentation that we took from Perplexity. Paste it here. Then you execute it and go to the next one. The next prompt, you add your name here, the company that you will interview, and you paste here the job description and execute. So it will look like that. My name is Edward. I want to work in Homestyle, and that is the job description. You can add more. I mean, I didn't want to go over the slide, so just paste here the job description, and execute. Then, okay. Now this is the third prompt. Now, the thing that you say to the machine now ask me a question and I answer. You must start by asking, tell me about yourself, and then ask me questions from the list. Now, I have only 6 questions here, but you can add here 20, 30 questions as you want, and then you start to talk with the chat. So let's see how it's work now. If you're not hearing the voice, just let me know. I hope that yes. Let's see. So what I do now, I pass the first prompt, execute. Now I will pass the second prompt, execute, and the third one. Good. Now, the chat, you said, I'm Anna from the department Homestyle. And to start, you can answer, tell me about yourself. Now, you in that moment, you can type, but what I will do, I open here the feature of talk from ChatGPT, and let's see how it's work. Carla, if we cannot hear, just let me know.
No, we cannot hear.
Not.
It's not me.
No. I tested before. Let me see. Okay. So let's see. Basically, what it does, it's like I now talk to the machine. I say to it, ask me the questions, and I start to talk. And the machine and the ChatGPT start to talk with me, and I answer the question, and the machine asks me the next question, and that's the process it works. So let me see if I can share the screen again.
Then, Edward, I think we get the idea, but can I ask you then, does ChatGPT also give you feedback on your answer, or how you could improve on those answers or something like that during this?
Yes, it can give you feedback. There is no issues about that. I mean, the chat, you can say to it, give me feedback about my answers. Let me see now. Okay, one moment. I share again the screen. Okay. One moment. Okay, great. One moment. I share the screen. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. So, and just some tips for finish. Also, always use the best model of ChatGPT. Never use something that it's less powerful. Can you see the screen, by the way?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Use the best models, for example, ChatGPT 4o, Claude, Sonat, because they're more powerful, easier to work. Always read and tweak the result, never copy and paste, because the machine's giving result, but it's not so. I mean, it will never will be 100%. Remember that you make the decision. I mean, although the chat will give you say to this is the best, for example, title. No, never. You need to think about it again and say, okay, this is the. I mean, maybe the title is good, but I can improve it. And important, not adding important information to the chat, because basically each information that we push to the ChatGPT, Claude, doesn't matter what will happen, it's take the information and train the model based on this information. So you can add information that is sensitive and another person can get it in another place in the world. So be aware that not add important information. And that's all. And if you have questions, it's now. You have here the presentation if you want to download the Figma file with some prompts. And if you want to chat with me, LinkedIn, if you have any questions, this is my LinkedIn.